What is going on, guys? This episode was so emotional. And does this mean that Kayo is officially out of the anime now? I mean, I'm pretty sure that after everything's said and done, after Sotaru saved everyone, hopefully he can save all three. But let's get real. This anime already seems kind of dark. I think he's going to actually lose one of the two remaining kids. But I truly believe that once we go back to the present after this final revival is over, I think he would have hooked up with Kayo, like maybe via Facebook or something, whatever they have in this anime world, and he doesn't know it because, you know, he's been revivaled the whole time. When he comes back, he'll actually be friends with an adult Kayo. Like, he's going, like I said in my previous review, I see him coming back in his room, his mom's still alive, and he cries or whatever and hugs her, and then Kayo comes out the back with like a plate or something in the kitchen or something like that. I think something along those lines is going to happen at the end of this. Like, Kayo is going to be cool as shit with Sotaru at the end when he comes back, and he's not going to know it because he just got unrevivaled, I guess, and it's going to be a beautiful, happy ending. So I don't think Kayo is out of the anime completely, but I think this is the last time we'll see her in her kid form, besides like maybe a flashback or whatnot. But Kayo's mom, the scene where her mom or Kayo's grandmother was talking about like, I should have been there and blah blah blah, and seeing how Kayo's mother was abused, it almost made me feel bad for her. I mean, I did feel bad for her at one point until I saw that scene where she just punched the shit out of Kayo. I mean, no amount of abuse from a spouse should make you do that. I mean, I don't care what her excuse is. I don't care if the guy beat her to damn near death. Although I was feeling bad seeing that, you know, she had bandages all over, she had a black eye, she looked fucked up. That is a messed up, you know, domestic violence is a real thing that goes on in the real world, but you don't take that anger out on a kid, man. The kid did not even ask to be here. The kid had nothing to do with the man beating your ass. So just, I did feel bad for her until we saw her punch the, I mean, she like fucking haymakered the shit out of Kayo and she went flying. I was like, damn. So that kind of took that away. And even Kayo, when her mom was crying, was like, whatever, can I get the fuck out of here now? And the scene where Sotaru showed his mittens that she made and ran after the car, it really hurt my heart. The entire first half of the episode really hurt my heart because it's obvious that Kayo's mother does or did care about her, and that's been buried under a lot of anger and pain and whatnot. And it happens in the real world, you know, I understand that. So just seeing like more human elements in this anime just makes me love this shit even more. And it was just very emotional with the grandmom and Kayo's mom hugging the grandma, but I really wasn't worried about the mom. I was just worried about, you know, is Sotaru ever going to see Kayo again? I'm pretty sure after we get back to the future, they're going to be cool somehow because they'll be adults. I think Sotaru's 29, really, so he could just look her up. She could have looked him up. A lot could have happened in these 18 years. So I'm not really worried about not seeing her again, but it was an emotional goodbye. I like how basically Sotaru kind of admitted the only thing that he wanted to do was see her smile, and it was just a beautiful scene. And Sotaru's mom is badass. Like, I loved how when she got sliced open in the forehead, she just like exhaled, and it was just his mom is so badass. I really think that if those people weren't there kind of, you know, peeping to see exactly how Kayo's mom really is, that Sotaru's mom would have whooped her ass. She just seems like the type that would have got on top of her and just wailed her to death, like punched, like beat her like her husband beat her. I mean, that was kind of fucked up to say, but I think Sotaru's mom would have whooped her ass. I don't know what it is about her, but she just seems so badass. And after Kayo's gone, his intentions immediately turn towards the other two kids. Now, I don't know which one is going to die. I don't know if it's going to be Hiromi, I think the name is, and the other elementary school kid. The elementary school kid looks older than Hiromi. This is kind of hilarious, but I think one of them is actually going to die. I don't think Sotaru is going to be able to save all three. Maybe he does. Maybe it's like a 100% beautiful, happy ending. But just how this anime has been going so far, I think that the way he's going to find out who the killer actually is by him slipping up, or the killer actually going through with one of his plans. And I think it's kind of suspicious, even though I don't want to say it's Yuki, but Yuki has been with every single kid that disappeared. Like, he said that he's been with the elementary school kid, and that just so happens to be another person that got killed besides Kayo. So I don't know what to make of Yuki anymore. And I also don't know what to make of the teacher, because he seems very weird in this. Like, I know the candy was put there to make us think like, hey, this guy kidnaps children, like he lures kids to his car with candy and stuff like that. That could be the case. I mean, because he just so happened to be on the road where, Satoru was walking a victim home that we know is a victim in the future or whatever. So he could have been stalking her. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know, man. But I think that they're planting evidence on the teacher. Like, the animators is making us think like, hey, it has to be the teacher guy, and there may be like a plot twist at the end, like, hey, maybe the teacher guy wasn't that bad after all, because right now it's just making us like everything is pointing at this guy. So I don't know what to make of it. And also the fact that the bus, their hideout, just so happened to be cleaned out after Satoru told the teacher that's where they were going. So maybe he was like, oh shit, Satoru has been around in that bus, so I might as well go ahead and clean everything out. So it may in fact be the teacher guy, but right now I think it's too obvious. I think if it is him, that it would have been leading up to him too much to make it, because this anime seems to have like a lot of a mind fuckage going on. Like, it's a very mentally wearing anime, and for it to just be the teacher after all the hints that we've been getting since almost episode 1, I would be kind of disappointed if it's just him. Maybe a cooperation from him and someone else, that would be cool. But if it's just the teacher, I don't know. But tell me what's going on with that girl at the end. Like, it was like this dramatic exit, like the camera went down past her face. She looked pissed off. I understand that's the girl that hates Kayo. So do you think she could be the killer? Like, maybe her dad is, I don't fucking know. Just stuff like that this anime throws at us. And you're like, why? Like, why was that scene? Why is this little girl important to the plot, to the point where she's the last thing we see in the episode? Like, the episode ends on the cliffhanger based around her. I don't, man, this anime, and I love how Kenya's like, this story kind of sounds like bullshit, but you trusted me enough to tell me, so I'll go along with it, whatever. And I'm kind of leaning away from Kenya now, because it really seems like he doesn't know what the fuck Satoru's talking about anymore. He just sees that his friend is different. So I don't know. We still have to see the face of the guy that the pizza manager guy was talking to, that we didn't see his face. I still think that's Audie's father. So maybe when we get back to the present, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about this anime anymore in terms of who's the killer, because at first I thought it was the teacher, then I thought it was Kenya, then I suspected Yuki. I kind of still do. And the guy whose face we really haven't seen anything from him at all. Like, I truly believe that guy whose face we did not see is the teacher, like, as an adult, because we know the teacher has to be 18 years older than he is now, and right now he's around the same age as Satoru. So the guy that we didn't see his face, he was, he would be around that age. Like, he fits that age, description or whatever. He has wrinkles and stuff. He's an older guy. So if it is a teacher guy, I actually see that being him in the present, and maybe Audie's father as well. So I don't fucking know. I think there are hints and shit all over the place, but I don't know. And there was something in the candy that looked familiar for some reason, like a handkerchief or something. I don't know what's going on with that. I want to say Ari had that same handkerchief, so that kind of confirms that's her dad, but I don't know. I could just be making this up in my head, but it looks like we've seen that exact same handkerchief used somewhere else by someone else, so I don't fucking know. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here because this anime is wrecking my brain. I have to get a nap before I go to work. Yeah, but just know that this episode would hurt my heart. The thing about Kayo's mom and that goodbye from Satoru, and just seeing how he was chasing after the car for a little bit, it really, really hurt my heart. But I don't think they're out of each other's lives completely. Maybe for right now, maybe as kids, but they'll find each other as adults, I'm pretty sure. And do you think that Satoru's going to be able to save the other two kids? Tell me down below what you think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.